Many of you are going to get this right without really doing any work on the page, just kind of understanding in your head that if we have a constant rate of 60 items per hour and 3 hours, there's some simple moves we can make to get that. Just multiply and you're going to get your answer. But I know that harder versions of this question exist on the SAT. I know what they're going to try to do to get me to make those kind of mistakes on the harder questions. So I recognize that this is really about ratios, and I'm going to set myself up for success on the hard stuff by being thorough on the easy stuff. So whenever we have a rate, a constant rate of two kind of things going on, we can write it as a fraction. So in this case, it looks like it's only one number, but it's not. 60 items per 1 hour, right? So that's a good skill too, is being able to turn a rate into two numbers so that you can use it. Some of them sometimes won't be, so we got to be able to recognize when we've got that. Then we can write an equivalent fraction to represent this bigger version of the rate, right? So what do we know? We know that there are 3 hours, but we don't know how many items they're making. So we have the ability to use an X, and now we have a ratio. And these are solved by cross multiplying, right? So we do 3 times 60 and 1 times X. So we get X is equal to 180. And that's it. That's the whole thing. Right, so again, many of you would have seen that right away, done that right away, not even needed a calculator because 3 times 60 isn't so bad. But there will be harder versions of this question in harder modules, harder tests, the SAT. So we really want to make sure that we are prepared. Anytime they are giving me ratios, I'm probably writing them down just like I did here because they're going to mess with the units. And if it's a harder question, I might think I'm doing the right thing. I might think it's as easy as multiplying two numbers together, but there might be a twist. So if I write them down and I keep track of the units, much less likely I fall for that twist. So set good habits on easy questions so you don't fall for traps on hard questions.